Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear students, I welcome you all to the second part of the chapter, Era of Gandhi and National Movement. In the first part, we discussed about the early life of Gandhiji and the initial protests. In this part, we are going to discuss about a very sad incident which took place after the return of Gandhiji to India, the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre is also known as Amritsar massacre, which took place on 13 April 1919, when acting Brigadier General Dyer ordered his troops to fire their rifles into a crowd of unarmed Indian civilians, killing hundreds of people and thousands were injured. Let us see what induced this situation or event in Jallianwala Bagh. The British implemented an act called Rolex Act in 1919. As per the Rolex Act, the British government had sweeping powers, the absolute powers to arrest any person and put him in jail without much inquiry. Any individual whom they feel a threat to their regime in India, they can harass him and put him into jail. Rowlatt Act, an illegal act. Lots of innocents may have to spend months and years in jail. So here, the punishment will not be given only to offenders, but it was an illegal act in which lots of innocents too may have to spend months and years in jail. People get tortured. People will not have faith in themselves because, according to Rowlatt Act, you can arrest any person without a trial in the court. So this Rowlatt Act had to be opposed. Gandhiji opposed the Rowlatt Act. Without court inquiry, you can't make a person and call him offender. People cannot assemble even in large numbers. You cannot have rallies. You cannot have meetings. Now this became the practice of the day. Gandhiji posted freedom of expression was withdrawn. They felt India is slowly trying to test freedom at this juncture itself. We have to plug the button, throw it away. Gandhiji formed an association called the Satyagraha Sabha to oppose this. Satyagraha Sabha to oppose this. By utilizing numerous political methods like huge public marches, Gandhiji said, we all will go for a march publicly. We will boycott. What is that we will boycott? We will boycott the British goods. So the Rowlatt Act was opposed in this way. And at the same time, the British government decided to suppress the agitation against the Rolex Act. So how did they react? How the Britishers reacted to Gandhiji's plan? When Gandhiji said, okay, we will go for a march, Gandhiji said, we will do a boycott of the foreign goods. What did the British do? They said, we will suppress whatever Gandhiji wants to do. Gandhiji called one-day hartal. Hartal means the strike. Okay. Gandhiji called for one-day hartal on April 6, 1919. Dr. Fakhruddin and Dr. Satyapal and various other leaders were arrested in Punjab. To protest these arrests, the people assembled in a park. The name of the park was Jallianwala Bagh. What was the day? It was the same day, 13th of April 1919. And it was also the day of Baisakhi. Hope you know, Baisakhi is Sankranti for the Punjabis. So they also gathered there to celebrate this festival. And because Gandhiji had called the hartal, 2 people in Punjab were arrested for this reason. So people in Punjab wanted to tell, this arrest is not fair. On what grounds you have arrested them? And when people gathered at Amritsar Park, then what happened? The military general of Amritsar, General Dyer, he ordered his troops to open fire on peacefully assembled people and killed around 380 protesters, and thousands were injured. And you know what? The sad part was that park had only one exit. That exit was blocked by British soldiers. And General Dyer ordered his troops to open fire, killing hundreds of people. This incident saddened people like Gandhiji and others. I would like to say not only Gandhiji and others, in fact, this incident was condemned by the whole world. Because no government, no human being will accept the killing of the innocent people, killing of the peaceful protesters. He killed the people very ruthlessly. Brutally he killed them. And after that, the military rule was implemented in Punjab. Rabindranath Tagore returned his knighthood award back, opposing this mindless violence. And this became the reason for the launch of the non-cooperation movement by Gandhiji. And later, Udham Singh, a revolutionary, killed Michael O'Dwyer in England. So that's all about Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Now we'll move to the next topic, that's Khilafat movement. Khilafat movement. Soon after the Jallianwala Bagh, in Turkey, a movement has started. Turkey is on the western side of the Asian continent, and the Turkey was being ruled by the Caliph, the Sultan of Turkey. He was a religious leader. He was a political leader of Turkey and was a religious leader too. The Muslims throughout the world held the Sultan of Turkey in great esteem. They considered him as their caliph, the religious leader. In World War I, Britain harassed Caliph. The Caliph was harassed. And this was mainly opposed by the people of Turkey. There were wide protests in Turkey everywhere. And in India, Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, popularly known as Ali brothers, they opposed what had happened in Turkey then and started Khilafat movement to support the Caliph, the Sultan of Turkey. So the British had to face this wrath from Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. Gandhiji supported the Khilafat movement. He thought, this is the period we should help the Muslims now. We should support the issue in Turkey. Thereby, the Muslims will join the national stream. They will join the Congress in large numbers. And it happened. There were protests all over India, and Hindus and Muslims came together and got united. So that was the Khilafat movement. See you in the next video. In the next video, we'll be discussing about non-cooperation movement and the impacts of the non-cooperation movement. Jazakallahu khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.